right, baby. It's direct from the beautiful Inland Blue Studios. Honey, this is the Nerdlife Crisis podcast with your hosts, that fine-ass Chris Thayer, that beautiful Steve Hale, and that big hunker chunk of meat, Ron Milts. Woo! Mama's hot up in here. Let's get this party started.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerdlife Crisis podcast. Here with your host today,
Chris Thayer,
Mike Jones,
Dean Baldor.
And I'm Ron Milts. We're here. Sorry, the Dean Bardoff or what?
Borat.
Now I can't say it. Baldorf.
Isn't that little mouse thing from the Anastasia movie?
Yes.
Yeah, actually,
it was a bat.
Recently, that came up, and someone pointed that out to me, and I was like, "Dude, that's straight up like a bastardization of my name."
That's quite amazing. So, for those of you guys that don't know, Dean is a longtime friend of the show,
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
There you go. And as we discussed a few months back, we're going to be bringing on different people just so we can hopefully try and keep a regular schedule, so we don't do the 8-week break like we just did previous to the last episode.
Yes.
But yeah, Steve wasn't available tonight. He's fighting a little bit of bronchitis, so we didn't want to not record for you guys because we got a lot to talk about, first and foremost.
A lot to talk about.
And Dean, of course, is a huge Spider-Man nerd.
Yeah.
So much
that is
so
true.
that when you went to your very first Comic-Con, what did you cosplay as?
Oh, I did the homemade from Homecoming. The one that's like made out of a sweatshirt and he has like the weird goggles.
Yes.
Put that together in a couple of days.
Or as I
It's a
like
good
to
time.
call it, poor person's cosplay.
Poor person
Right.
cosplay.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely was. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but I'm poor.
Yes.
I'm a college student.
Yes. Well, it's funny because it's like after watching Into the Spider-Verse for like the 19th time, I'm like, man, that Peter B. Parker. I've seen that at so many shows, and that movie's only been out for like 7 months. And I'm like,
It's so easy.
It's the middle-aged, out-of-shape, white dude cosplay.
yeah, I'm like, do you have a pot belly? Are you somewhat tall? Guess what? I've got a costume for you, you know?
Well, that's why I like the Fat Man Thor from
Oh, yeah.
Endgame, because now I can cosplay as Thor.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Braid your beard.
Yeah.
I mean, the beard is there.
Yeah, and the pot belly. Yeah,
Definitely.
it's-
I mean, this
I got
room,
it.
this room, except for Dean. Dean's the only one under 12, so it's he's everybody else here has got that old man belly. So, anyways, let's talk, guys. So we got a lot to start with. One of the reasons Mike's here tonight is because Mike has something to share. Mike wanted to come on like a month and a half ago, and we tried to make it happen, but c'est la vie, things happen. But Mike, where have you been?
I am a frequent traveler to the Black Spire's outpost on the planet Batu at Star Wars Galaxies Edge.
Whoa. What is this
California.
nerd business? What are you doing?
Dude, that's like some next level shit right there. That comment went above and beyond.
I have been Galaxy's Edge at Disney Anaheim opened June 31st. May 31st.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And my first visit was June 1st, so the second day of opening. I have been 11 times.
I'm sorry, how many times?
11 times, to include last night. I was there last night.
Are you serious?
Yes,
You went
absolutely.
yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
For the 11th time.
Yes.
Is there 11 times worth of stuff to do at
Yeah,
Galaxy's Edge?
are there 11 things to do in Galaxy's Edge?
I've been able to find them, yes.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you touch the R2 you're not supposed to touch that apparently everybody keeps touching?
Everybody keeps touching the $25,000 life-size
Wait,
R2-D2.
hold on. Wait, they have a R2-D2 walking around, and you're not allowed to touch the
No,
R2-D2?
It's not walking around. It's for sale in the Droid Depot for $25,000.
You know what that is? That's like, you're like, throw that up, and if a Kardashian walks through, maybe we'll sell one.
They've already sold 3.
Of course they have.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Of fucking course they have.
Not a surprise in the least.
The shit that I see doing these Comic-Cons, like we have a friend of ours that sold an original piece of artwork for $10,000 that he literally threw up and threw a $10,000 price tag on there because he's like, no one will buy this because it's $10,000.
Yeah.
And somebody did.
That's how the high art world works.
Because somebody walks by and is just like, yeah, let's buy this piece of art. I think it'll look great in the foyer. And like, let's do it.
We'll put it in Muffy's room.
It's worth whatever number you put on there.
That's not a lie.
I mean, that's everything. That's everything now. You've got a Superb shirt. That's cool. I'll pay like $5 for that. But if you've got a Supreme shirt and it's $1,500, now I'm in. I'll buy that shirt.
I would never, ever, at any point in my life, ever pay $1,500 for a shirt.
Oh no. You misunderstood me. It has a Supreme logo on it.
Oh, I thought.
I'm
I
sorry.
thought
That makes
I thought
all the
Supreme
difference in the world.
meant it came with like sour cream and
And guacamole.
Yeah.
Dean, you're young. Can you answer this question? When did Champion become a cool thing to wear as
Right?
far as sports
Oh,
gear?
actually, well, it's because a bunch of tastemakers were like, you know what's ugly? Dad clothes. You know what we should wear to be funny? Dad clothes. And then everyone else went, well, I guess dad clothes are cool now. So,
But Champion is like the Kmart off-brand.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
yeah, I know.
And I'm like, I don't think you're all in on the joke at this point.
It's
You're wearing
ugly
the
chic.
Kmart brand. Like, that was like the Champion stuff is like when your mom shows up and she's like, well, we can't afford groceries.
Nike.
So I bought you a set of Champion shoes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, I would buy some Champion shoes right now.
Of course
I
you
want to
would.
get some like Fila dad shoes.
Dude, Fila shoes, first off, legit.
I still wear Vans. That's all I wear.
Well, like you've seen all the designer ones. Have you seen like Balenciaga shoes?
I don't know any of the words you just spoke.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to show you a picture of them, but they're like $600 shoes that look like garbage. They straight up look like a shitty off-brand. They look all like off-brand Champion.
It's high fashion. You wouldn't understand.
You
wouldn't
are
understand.
correct, sir.
Yeah.
If it does not say Nerdlife Crisis on it or is not Star Wars related, I do not wear it at this point. So
You ain't kidding right now.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie. I'm like, look, I'm just gonna embrace who I am, and I have no problem with that. If you have a problem with that, tough shit.
Yep.
And I
Yeah.
love when people see me. They go, "How many of those shirts do you have?" And I'm all 21. And they're like, "You have 21 different Nerdlife Crisis shirts?" I'm all, "Yes, I do."
So here's a $1,000 pair of shoes.
Nope. Nope. That looks like some orthopedic bullshit right there.
You know what that looks like? We got some leftover parts. Just string that shit together.
Yeah.
If those were self-lacing, I would believe that Marty would have worn those
Yeah.
in the future.
I don't care. I don't care how much money I ever have in my life. I will never spend $1,000 for a pair of shoes. That's something I might step in dog crap in. I mean, no. They're
You say that
shoes.
now.
They're shoes, man.
Yeah, they are.
Not $1,000. No. No.
Do you think Keanu would buy those?
I don't care. I won't.
Yeah, but I also haven't started in 3 John Wick movies, so I don't get to buy.
I don't get the
$1,000.
impression that Keanu would buy those.
Well, is he our new measuring stick? For
I
all
think he
things?
should be.
Is that-
Yeah, he
Yes,
is.
he is.
You know, he's now like the guy on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
He's now on the level of like Bob Ross and
Oh, Jesus
Steve
Christ.
Irwin.
Oh yeah,
Bob Ross, is that the measuring stick?
Yeah.
He was.
Whoa.
He
What?
was,
Are
yeah.
you kidding me?
for the longest, dude.
Bob Ross?
Are you not on the interwebs?
Seriously.
I am on the interwebs, and I understand the love of Bob Ross, but not in a way where Bob Ross is like the measuring stick for all things that are cool.
Oh, he is.
He is.
Y'all are full of shit. You just like the amount of shit you are full of is. Am I being punked right now? You know?
No.
Jesus Christ! All right, back to you and your fucking
Galaxy's
lack
Edge.
of time.
Galaxy's
yeah,
Edge.
that's right.
So the question of is there anything to do 11 visits? That is a valid question because there is only one ride open at the time.
And they just announced that the second one that was supposed to be open in July will not open until January of next year.
January 17th here in California. Now, the one in Florida will be opening on December 5th.
Oh my.
Wait, so what is this one ride?
It's called Rise of the Resistance. It
Okay.
is the most advanced ride ever made.
Most advanced ride.
Yes, like
Yeah,
you
it's-
fight the resistance and then you get a hand job right at the
Yeah.
end.
It's called a happy ending.
Right.
Yes. Okay. It is,
They put a necklace on
Yes.
you with a little medallion.
but not if you have hair.
That's right.
No.
The furrier you are, the less of a chance of a medallion you
Absolutely
get.
not.
Yeah. So
But Rise of the Resistance ride will be 28 minutes long.
what?
Yes.
Whoa.
What?
Yes.
Are you
It's-
serious?
Yeah, absolutely. And there are 3 sections of the ride. This is all from what I have heard from cast members that are working on that ride. And you first go into a landing bay area and you see Poe Dameron's X-Wing and things like that. And then Poe Dameron...
Does he offer you a jacket and then bite his lip? He's like, hey, you'll look good in this.
It fits you. Or it suits you.
And he gives you a swift pat on the ass.
He does.
Definitely.
Like a little locker room talk.
Basically, he recruits you into the Resistance, and
bet he
then
does.
you get onto a transport ship.
I mean, the resistance is what makes it feel good. It's called friction.
Yes. So you get onto a transport ship, which they're saying is going to be moving around a little bit like Star Tours.
Does it have the old robot too? And he's like,
No,
welcome
that's-
aboard.
I
Are you
don't
a
know
Resistance
yet.
member? This is my first time too.
I'll tell you in January. So Poe Dameron recruits you, and you go onto a transport ship. That transport ship works like the Star Tours, and it gets captured by the First Order. So the First Order Dreadnought uses a tractor beam, pulls your ship on board the Dreadnought.
Now, I remember from stuff that I had read that there's actually a fully built hangar bay that's a part of
Absolutely.
this that you
Yes.
like ride through at a certain point.
So it's after your ship is brought on board the Dreadnought, you exit that vehicle, that ride, into the Dreadnought. You are now on basically a Star Destroyer. And then they capture you, they make you a prisoner, and they put you onto these little pods.
ball gags.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
If you got to pay extra for that. So they're little mobile pods, little cars, basically train cars with a droid in front that's driving, and I think they hold between 12 and 16 people. And that vehicle travels through this Star Destroyer, and that's the rest of the ride.
So is the travel through the Star Destroyer, that section's like the Harry Potter ride, where it'll
Now-
be like video screens and shit?
There will be, but there will also be many practical effects, and it's trackless. There is no track,
I mean, there's definitely going to be a track.
but you don't see it.
But you won't see
You
it.
don't see it, and
It'll be
that's
like magnets or some shit like
yeah,
that.
and GPS and things like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Which, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
which
Westworld.
yes.
Seriously.
We made a
With-
fully hyper-intelligent Kylo Ren who is actually bent on destroying the universe.
Yes, it's amazing, and that's why it's not open till January.
Because that shit is never going to work.
So in one room you go into, there's an entire battalion of stormtroopers that are in formation, and more than half of them are animatronic. They will be moving and
I hope they
interacting.
sing like the fucking Chuck E. Cheese people did.
Yes. And then at one point you do go into a hangar that has 2 life-size AT-AT walkers in it, or AT-ATs for the younger people. AT-AT walkers that actually fire
Okay,
at
stop,
you.
Stop. Do you actually call them AT-ATs or do you call them AT-ATs?
I remember when I first started watching them, I called them AT-ATs because I was like, oh, that makes sense. But then someone was like, no, just call them AT-ATs. That's what everyone says. I was like, oh,
Since
okay.
day one.
So
Well, they don't call them AT-ATs in the film. Like, we've
No
already
one-
established that.
no
They
one
never
says that.
say that.
Yeah.
They call them Imperial Walkers in the
Right.
film. So.
Yeah, they don't call them AT-ATs either.
The only reason we knew AT-AT was because of the toys.
Yeah,
Right.
the toy
Most
commercials.
of the shit in the Star Wars universe is named off of the toys. It has nothing
Absolutely.
to do. Like, most of these characters that we're like, we know all of their names. Like the dude with 3 eyes in Jabba's palace. At no point does anyone look at that dude and go, 3 E's, come over here.
Yeah.
But I fucking know that guy's name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know?
Moma Naden, the hammerhead from A New Hope.
Why would anybody know that?
Exactly. But on the action figure, it said Moma Naden. He's an Ithorian.
It's
there
just
you
like
go.
all the bounty hunters.
Yep.
It's like you've got Boba Fett.
Bosk.
You've
The vibrator.
You've got the moving vibrator. You got Bandage Man.
IG-88. Yep.
And
Yep.
then you've got like the 2 gay, couple of like
Chris and Ron. Yeah.
Yeah, they're up there.
Wait, what?
Gay means happy.
It does. We're taking it back. All right, so
All right, so that's the Rise of the Resistance ride. It's gonna be super advanced. What I have heard is that they were planning on it to be open this month, but they have
6 months of delays.
it has screwed up so bad they're basically rebuilding almost the entire
because
thing.
the fucking robots came
Yeah.
alive and killed people
Well,
at
it's-
Right.
Disneyland.
well, one of the
there's
most
a bunch of cast members that they have buried underneath there.
Well, one of the most advanced features of it is this trackless vehicle was going to enter an elevator and switch levels, which is super
How's that-
difficult to
how's that
obtain.
going?
I think that was one of the major problems, and it might be a ramp. So, but we'll find out.
Somebody
we'll
is
find
going
out.
to die on this ride.
But they were able to find those problems here. So in Florida, they're already able to fix them.
This ride
before it's
sounds
done.
like the world's longest interactive queue, is what it really sounds like. It sounds like you're like, so here's the deal. You're going to wait in line for an hour and a half. Then you're going to get inside the ride.
Yeah.
And then the line will continue on, but just in new and exciting ways.
Well, it's a Haunted Mansion. They consider when you enter the front door of the Haunted Mansion as being on the ride, even though you wait in the lobby, then you get on that elevator or the stretching room, and you go downstairs.
The most exciting part is when I'm on the people mover section and I'm waiting to get on a car.
And then you're standing in the hall with the changing portraits in line, waiting to get onto the
literally
dune
my
buggy.
favorite ride as a child was the elevator. I'm lying. That nobody's excited about.
Why?
But it's so Disney already counts Haunted Mansion as when you enter that front door is when the ride starts.
Then if we're counting that ride is already 28 minutes long. So I'm not.
Right. It's not that impressive.
No. That's like when you used to go on the Tower of Terror. So they must have counted the minute you walked in to watch the film
Yes.
as being on the ride.
Yep, absolutely.
Which instructional videos do not count as part of the ride. So when does Star Tours start?
I don't
Because
I'm not
then
sure.
you're like the minute you enter in and you're like, here's advertisements for like travel to Endor and budget C-3PO and R2-D2 over on the side, or like
they only move their arms.
remember at the time you were like, this is the most advanced thing I've ever seen ever.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Ever.
So the one ride that is open is the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
This is the one I keep seeing everybody taking their picture in front of the Millennium Falcon.
Okay, there is a static Millennium Falcon, life-size Millennium Falcon in the park.
Can you go in it?
No.
Okay.
No.
So do they have like a way to clear people out so you can get your picture? Is there a line for that?
There's a line, and there are cast photographers there.
See, when you're in that line, you're actually on the
You're
Millennium
on
Falcon.
the Millennium
at that
Falcon
point.
picture ride.
So let me ask you.
Yes.
The Millennium Falcon ride.
Yes.
Are there titties in there? Calling it back,
I
baby. Back from Phoenix.
Oh my lord! For those of our listeners who have no clue what Chris is talking about, the guy that there was a gentleman that bought one of our books, and literally the Grace book, which is our non-sexualized female protagonist. We get done with the pitch, and he literally looks at me and goes, "I got one question for you, man. Are there any titties in this book?" And we're all, I don't think you listen to the pitch at all. Like
Every female has them, yes. In the book, yes.
I was like, well,
Technically,
I showed him the back page when she's like suffering from PTSD and crying on the couch naked, and he's like, I'm sold.
that'll do.
He's like, oh, hot. I'm into this.
to which I was like, he left and bought the books, and I looked at Chris and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Are we being punked again? Like,
God, there's nothing I love more than a woman who can murder me at any moment.
but yeah, good time. So anyways,
So the Smuggler's Run ride is it is definitely different than any other ride Disney has ever made.
is it because it has Star Wars?
Well, no,
they've done that before.
They've done that since 1987. Yeah.
This is true.
January 19th of 1987.
Also, can I just say that I actually prefer classic Star Tours as opposed to new Star Tours?
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Can I just say I didn't like
Captain
either
Rex?
one.
You need
You
to
get
just
motion
leave.
sickness.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now that you don't like the ride, you just have a shitty brain.
He has a sensitive tummy.
I mean, my brain knows that I ain't going anywhere.
Okay.
You know
It's
what it
just
is?
jostling around.
His brain gets down and he's all motherfucking prequels.
Yep.
He just shuts down. Shuts down.
So the Millennium Falcon ride, what makes it unique is when you get onto the ride itself, you're in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. It only seats 6 people at a time.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is there multiple?
There are 6 seats. Oh, there are a ton of cockpits. You don't see them.
Do you like go into the Falcon the rest of the way?
So when you go through the line, you end up in a cargo room and you get spoken to by Hondo from the
Clone Wars
or Rebels.
and Rebels.
Yeah. Hondo Onaka.
And he's got that voice. He's like, welcome.
And
Like,
that
Hondo.
is the most advanced animatronic I have ever seen. It is so fluid and amazing, and it's super rad.
It shoots fluids.
Yes.
That is amazing.
You have to work for it, but you
Okay,
can get
fair
those
enough.
fluids
Does
out.
Hondo have titties?
So after you pass that, you go into you're actually on the common area of the Millennium Falcon, and you're free to move around and roam around all you want.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. They'll have
Do they have the hollow chest?
That's exactly
yes,
what I was
the hollow
gonna
chest
ask.
table is there. There's
Whoa.
Does
the
it
little
work?
No.
no.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
wait,
no,
now hold on.
Fuck that noise.
Someone
Like,
needs to make up. Some nerd has to have made the rules for Hollow Chest.
Oh,
right?
they sell the game.
They
do?
In
You can get that?
Galaxy's
you can
Edge.
get the,
you can buy it.
It's just
yes.
like circular chess.
No
and
shit,
then each
for real.
piece has like its own. Yeah.
its own movement pattern. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, but
it's not if it's not a hologram.
But
Yeah,
there's
that's
the
the
little sleeping cubby in the side where Chewie sat when he was injured, and Finn, got beat up by him. It's funny. There are some little subtle details in that area. You'll see coils of wire where the porgs have built nests and things like
Really?
that. Yeah, I hate porgs, but yeah,
I think
it's a
they're the
nice little
best.
touch. They taste delicious, but that's about all they're good for. And what they do is you'll have like 6 or 7 flight crews of 6 people each in that common area, moving around, looking around, taking pictures, talking, and then a cast member will call out your team's color, and you go over to that cast member, and you'll have your job assigned. There are 2 pilots, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers. The pilots sit in the front. The gunners are in the middle. The engineers are in the back.
It's always been my dream to be an
Yes.
engineer
On the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
That's actually my favorite position.
Is it really?
I've flown all of them. I have been in all the positions. It's almost
Reverse cowgirl.
Yeah.
Kama Sutra. Definitely,
yeah,
got
good
it.
stuff.
Are
Got it
you the type
memorized.
that plays support classes when you play video games?
No, actually, no.
No?
I'm usually the tank.
No, this motherfucker's like Leroy Jenkins.
But so the pilot seats, Han Solo's seat, that person controls the left and right movement of the Millennium Falcon. The person sitting in Chewie's seat controls up and down.
Now, what
And-
you do actually has an effect.
Absolutely,
Really?
100%.
Can you fail?
Yes.
You can.
Oh, yes.
So
You
there's a
can
bad
fail.
ending. There's a bad
There's
ending.
bad ending. There's good
Really?
ending. Yes.
Do you have 3 lives, or is there only one go?
You got to put in an extra quarter.
Hey,
So the gunners actually have to fire the guns. There is an automatic aiming and a manual aiming. The engineers.
Oh, is it in English and Spanish?
See, the engineers in the back, they repair the ship. Whether if the pilots crash.
Wait. So your job, if you're the engineer, is you're fucking R2D2 from the prequel.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you get to go outside the ship?
No.
Wah,
Oh, dude,
wah.
that would be nice.
Now, that would be interesting.
So the cockpit has a screen on the outside of the windshield or the
So
transparent steel.
It's like a projection, sort of like soaring over California.
Yes, but it's close. And you're the only pod looking at that projection.
Okay.
And it moves around like Star Tours in that cockpit. So, and yes, the pilots, they do affect where the ship goes and how it moves, and they can crash into things. And
Best day ever.
And if the gunners aren't shooting, then TIE fighters are shooting you, and it's damaging the ship. And the engineers, you're sitting there, and the buttons around you will start lighting up, and you have to hit those buttons to repair the ship.
So you're like doing Simon Says. You're
Absolutely,
You're all
yeah.
red, yellow, green, yellow.
Yes, yes.
Yellow, green, yellow.
And now, at the end, Hondo will assess how much coaxium you have collected and puts a value on that, and then he deducts the amount of damage
So you get a score.
got to your vehicle.
So there's a score.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
that's a cool scoring system.
Now, the worst we saw, negative 1,700. The best I've gotten is 9,000 credits, over
Okay.
9,000 credits.
Do they have a leaderboard or some shit like that? Like
no,
the Toy
what it
Story
is
one does?
The Disney Play app makes the entire Galaxies Edge land interactive. And when you exit the ride, those credits are credited to your account.
Wait, so I can spend
Wait,
them?
hold on.
Yeah, we don't know what the credits are worth yet.
Exactly. So Disney Bitcoin is what you're talking about.
I have more than 50,000 of them,
So
so
you were saving up your Disney Bitcoin.
absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yes.
shit's gonna, you know what this is? This is the modern ticket system.
Yeah.
Like Mike's gonna
Yep.
be all, I have saved up 2 million tokens. And he's gonna
Right.
be like, they're like, here is an eraser for you, sir. Enjoy. Here is an
I'll
army
take
man
it.
with a fucking parachute. Like, enjoy.
I love those.
So outside of the ride, which sounds fun, I guess, as long as you're, not the engineer.
I love the engineer.
Dude, engineer
position.
sounds like the worst job.
It does, right?
You've got your badass pilot, you've got the gunner who's shooting down the TIE fighters, and you're like, oh, guys, can you guys stop getting hit so much? I got to keep fixing the wing. I got to fix the left port.
All right, in my defense.
That's where you put your mom.
Right?
in my defense.
Mom, sit in this chair.
If you're a pilot, you're getting yelled at by everybody on there. Go up, pull up, pull back to go up, push, go to move. You're getting yelled at.
First off, I would look at the people behind me and be like, never tell me the odds, no matter what they said.
The gunner, you're getting carpal tunnel from just sitting there, just button mashing.
Oh, is it a button? And
Oh,
not,
yeah.
you don't have
no,
like a
no.
What?
It is a button.
What?
And it's on the wall to your side.
So you don't even have the ability to aim these lasers?
No, there is. If you do the manual aiming, then there are 3 buttons to hit. So you're watching through the screen. If the TIE fighter is above you, you hit the top button. If it's level with you, you hit the middle.
Oh.
If it's low, you hit the
You
bottom
couldn't
button.
even put a yoke on this bad boy.
Nope,
That's
nope,
that's
nope.
some booty
So-
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Now, if you put it on automatic aim, all you have to do is mash that center button, and it just automatically shoots higher or
I
lower.
want
middle.
everyone at Galaxy's Edge to know, this is from me, Dean Botter. If you play automatic, you're a pussy. You're straight up a pussy. I don't care if you're 5.
Yeah?
Only manual.
I don't know. I like pussy.
Well, I mean,
That's a good thing.
I mean, sure.
But and then now the engineer, you only hit the buttons when something gets extremely damaged. So most of the time, you're just watching the screen and enjoying.
that's
the
why
ride.
you like engineer, because you're just like, I don't have to do anything.
I just
it's Mike's
chill.
fucking
I
purpose
hang
in
out.
life.
I chill. I hang out. Oh, there's a flashing light. Beep. All right, keep going.
Oh, so you get
Cool.
to be the asshole in the back who's like, hey, pull
up.
up.
Pull up. Yes.
No, Mike is
absolutely.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, where he just has like lots to say, and then he reaches over and flips a switch, and then goes back to it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Jesus God. All right, so what about the rest of Star Wars?
Okay, the
line?
rest of
Now,
Galaxy's Edge.
Don't get
I
cocky,
heard-
kid.
Do you have to have the app in order for people to interact with you? I've heard like
The
a good
cast
thing-
members?
Yeah.
No.
No,
It's,
like I've heard that like if things go wrong, like they'll put it like people can put a bounty on you or some shit like
haven't.
that.
Whoa,
they
now
haven't
hold on, that's
activated
just
that
got
yet.
interesting.
They're going to activate that on August 1st. So yes, it's the things in your app will affect the way cast members interact
Do
with
you think that's where your credits are going to come into play?
a little bit? It's the thing about the app is depending because when you're in Galaxy's Edge using the app, there you can do jobs like
Oh, I can have a space job?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah. Is this how Disney's going to start getting us to work for them? Like, we're going to start paying you credits if you work in our cafeteria as a waitress droid.
I have the best space job ever, guys. What do you do? They gave me this space broom and this space bucket, and then I pick up trash around here.
Meanwhile, Mike's going
if
to
I
be like,
get to wear that little white suit, I'm cool. Yeah,
Mike's going to be Space Donald Trump.
just bankrupt everything.
All right, cool
No
that
politics,
out.
no politics. All right. So you can do jobs like you can choose who you want to work for, the First Order or the Resistance, or be a scoundrel.
Nice.
And
Yeah, good.
Space
Good.
scoundrel.
So depending, it's basically the smugglers.
So I can steal space hubcaps off of cars. And
if you can get
So,
them onto the blocks.
I can
yeah.
mug
I'm
space
seeing
old
all
ladies.
kinds of stuff going around the internet about the crowds.
Yeah.
Is it because I'm seeing that it's lighter than they expected? That Disneyland's a ghost town because of it.
The first month that Galaxy's Edge was open, the only way you could get in was with the reservation.
Right.
Which those reservations for the entire month sold out in 4 hours, I think.
Right.
So Disney, that was the most crowded I've seen Galaxy's Edge, was during that reservation system.
I think
Right.
it's because like all the locals are blacked out.
Well,
Right.
it's okay. So what happened? Disney shot themselves in the foot with this. So in January and February, when they first announced the opening of Galaxy's Edge, they started warning people, we're expecting 6 million visitors this summer.
Yes.
They were talking about how crowded it's going to be, to plan ahead. It's going to be so crazy. And then they blacked out the lower levels of the annual pass holders for this entire summer. So that's a large
for the whole
percentage.
summer?
Yeah. Not until September. Now they do have some days where they're allowed to go into California Adventure across the way, but not Disneyland itself.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You get to watch all the other little kids have fun in Star Wars land.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people heard that and said, well, I mean, like, you guys, why haven't you guys been to Galaxy's Edge yet?
Hell no.
Because you were expecting it to be crowded as shit.
No,
And it
'cause
wasn't
I don't
gonna
need to
be
take
fun.
a second out of my house to go to Disneyland. That's
Now
why.
here's the thing. So a lot of people just said, I'm not gonna go. Did not plan their vacations, canceled their reservations, things like that. So when Galaxy's Edge opened to the public, it's a ghost town. We walked into Disneyland. It felt like a Wednesday in February in 1995.
That's great. So this is what I'm hearing. They need to eliminate the 2 bottom passports.
Yep.
Right.
Get out the rabble,
Yep.
essentially, and Disneyland will be good again.
Yes.
And
Yes.
worth $100.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Now, so in reaction to this, I do have a friend who is a cast member who is now only working 3 days a week.
Oh, that
because
sucks.
Disney doesn't want to tap into their own profit margin. You know, they'd rather just.
Screw over their employees.
Yep.
Yeah, good
Exactly.
times.
Yeah.
But the mouse is never wrong.
Hashtag exactly right.
So
We love you, Disney. Please do not cancel our show.
Yeah.
Even though we don't.
They'll find a way.
I know. That's like.
The ears hear it all.
They'll buy out Libsyn and it's over.
They'll be like, what do you mean Libsyn won't publish us anymore? What happened? We pay to have them publish us. I don't.
I heard what you guys were saying. I'm coming for your ass.
Gosh, you guys suck ass.
So as an incentive to get people to come in, they've created a buddy discount for pass holders.
Oh, nice.
Pass holders that are blacked out can get a 1-day park hopper for $99, or anyone that has a season pass can buy a ticket for a non-pass holder. It's a 1-day park hopper for $99.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. It's actually
Isn't that how much is the regular ticket now?
summer peak hours right now is $135.
Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here with that.
Disney instituted flex pricing about 2 years ago.
Well, that's why nobody's there, because
Right.
people are like, I have a family of 4. I can't afford $900
Yes,
for a trip
just
to
to get
Disneyland.
in. Just
Yeah.
to get in.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's enough about the Galaxy's Edge. How was the cantina? Did you get
The
blue-
cantina's cool.
They actually serve alcohol?
Yes, absolutely. 2 drink maximum.
Do they serve blue milk?
Yes, there's actually a blue milk
course.
stand that sells blue milk and green milk. So you got episode 4 and episode
Wow.
7 in there.
Nice.
Or episode 8.
Do you get it fresh from the teat of the animal? Or
There,
is it...
it's.
There are titties in Galaxy's
There is.
Edge. It's just on those weird
Okay.
bird things that Luke milks.
The blue milk and the green milk, it is hard to explain because it's kind of like a slushy texture, but it's not. There's no ice crystals in it, and there is no dairy at all. And they, yeah, it's.
I love drinking things that can't exist in nature.
It is.
you know what
super
flavor
bizarre.
is my favorite? Confusing. That's
Yes,
my favorite.
yeah. Now some people like
Nothing about this sounds awesome. to me.
I like the blue milk. I prefer it. It kind of tastes like a sweet tart. My wife prefers the green milk. I think it tastes like Pledge furniture polish, but it's got a
because it
slight
is.
citrus flavor.
Can we have this distinct moment where Mike knows what Pledge furniture polish tastes like?
I mean, yeah.
You do know me, right?
Well, I remember we in our younger days, whatever was in front of us is what got drank.
Hey,
So
if it gives you a head change, I'm in.
there you go. There you go. All right. Well,
Huff and Pledge.
that's so. How,
Okay, so there's the biggest thing in Galaxy's Edge that a lot of people go for is the build your own lightsabers.
Did you do this yet?
No, I am not paying $200.
Didn't they already
for
have
a
that?
freaking toy lightsaber.
Is it a plastic lightsaber?
No,
Like-
no. The handle is metal. And
The flare is
the
plastic.
Well, it's plastic, but it's LED bulbs inside, and they are force effects, so you can smack them against each other. You can
Oh, yeah,
full on
without-
lightsaber battle with them. Now,
How's this? I know when I take Ron Landrew,
Yeah.
like he's gonna want it.
Okay,
We're doing a lightsaber.
it's $200.
That's fine.
Okay.
That is not fine.
I have
Now-
one child. There will never be another child. So
okay,
if he
so-
wants to build a fucking lightsaber, he can build a fucking lightsaber.
So as of right now,
it's just like wait. It's just like I have one wife, and I took her and him to fucking Harry Potter Land, and did they get whatever wands they wanted? Yes, because they get to experience it for the first time one time. So
Okay, so the
go nuts.
Ollivander's wand experience.
It's the same basic principle.
To a point. It's for the build your lightsaber first, as of right now, January or July 11th. To build a lightsaber, you will have to make a reservation ahead of time
As a Jedi does.
and pay for the
As a Jedi
lightsaber
does.
ahead of time.
Okay, that's
And
cool.
if you don't make your reservation, you just lost $200.
Oh.
No
Sucks
way.
to be you. Yes.
Wait, how does that work?
Sucks to be you. It's Disney.
Yeah.
They're just like, we don't care about you.
Yeah.
Disney is just gonna slowly start accepting that they're the most bourgeois place to be in America.
They
at
are
this point.
Disney
Yes.
fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, okay.
And I keep handing them my money.
Mars terraforming is not cheap. That's all I'm saying. Like
And Disney's gonna be the first to do it.
going out into the universe and creating new theme parks on different planets is not going to be cheap, you know?
But it's the next.
That is the
stage.
next logical step for them, you know? So,
So you have to pay for it in advance as of right now. To get into Oga's Cantina, The day that you are going to visit Disneyland, you have to get on the app. It opens at 7 a.m. and make your appointment, and schedule your appointment to go into Oga's Cantina. Those usually sell out within the first hour. So by 8 a.m., all the reservations
I mean,
for
look,
the cantina
all this
are
sounds
done.
interesting,
Yeah.
but I mean, what a
It's cool. It's really
it's pretty anticlimactic for me.
It's the cash grab is what it is.
Wait, hold on. I still have to hear
That's
more
all
about
of
this
Disney.
this whole bounty thing. Can I become a bounty hunter and just like,
for space bucks, yeah, why
Yeah.
not? You know,
could that be my job? Can I just go around and hunt people?
there's no bounty hunter. There's scoundrel. So like a smuggler and things like that. And we have been able to barter with cast members to get things and get. Yeah, it's I've never gotten a reservation at Oga's Cantina, and yet I've been in there 4 times.
and how did you do that, Mike?
You
gotta
turn on
be a
the charm.
scoundrel.
You turn on the charm.
You have to be a scoundrel. I also have one of each of the coasters from Oga's Cantina as a collector because I'm a. Yeah.
Why are you being secretive? This is a show telling about things. How did you get your way in?
You got to ask really nice, and it's.
Dude, it definitely sounds like you fucked this host.
you tickle somebody's balls. That's all I know.
There was some tentacle love, right? Like
It's everything in Galaxy's Edge is attainable. I mean,
Attainable. Okay.
Mike's like, hey baby, give me some shade.
And-
I'll send
and right
you over
now-
1,000 space credits.
right now, while it's still fresh and it's still new, the cast members are super into it, and so they're a lot more likely to do things. You know, like if you offer them a Snickers bar from Earth, you know, they will. No,
you fucking bribed a fat guy to get into the.
Now it's coming out.
Like,
Why's
now-
it got to be fat? Why they got to be fat?
You just walked up and you're like, "Hey Tubbs, like, you want a Snickers bar?"
You want a Snickers, boy? Get me into that restaurant. I'll
Okay,
give you a Snickers.
you're talking crap, but I got in. You can't argue with the results.
Oh
man.
my
You know?
God.
Meanwhile, the cast member's like, baby Ruth?
So it's like I said, right now while Galaxy's Edge is super fresh and everything, the cast members are into it. But 6-8 months from now, they'll probably be a bit more jaded and just
They're
be like,
gonna
you
be
know,
like smoking a cigarette. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
What the fuck do you want?
Yeah.
No, the death sticks. If you remember episode 2, the best episode.
Jesus.
Oh, Dean, are you a fan of the prequels as well?
I don't know if you guys know this, but based on my age range, the prequels are Star Wars to me. I watched 1, 2, 3 before ever watching 4, 5, 6.
So Dean, as
Jesus.
somebody that
No, wait. Are you an orphan? Do you not have parents?
no,
that's why he identifies with the story so much.
yeah.
That's what I don't get.
have
Like
you counted
what?
his midichlorians?
Now, at what age did you share the real, Star Wars?
Fucking real Star Wars?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's all real.
It's all real.
No, the real Star Wars. 4, 5, 6. The prequel shit doesn't really exist.
The original trilogy.
You can call it what you want. The real Star Wars.
Dude.
At what age was Ronald Andrew when he saw those 3 movies?
Oh, he's seen all of them.
But when did you show
In
him
what
those?
order?
Well, we watched episode 1 first.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, you're done.
Okay, once again, we've discussed this before. These movies are designed for a certain age
Yeah.
group. So episode 1 was his favorite from age 2.5 to age 4.5.
Yeah.
Now we cannot stop watching Return of the Jedi. Like that is the one he wants to watch all the time. And,
Because it's the real Star Wars.
because of teddy bears, fucking teddy
Yeah.
bears.
Yeah.
He won't even watch Empire. Like
My-
I'm all, let's
yeah.
watch
well,
Empire. And
Empire's
he's
not
like,
fun for a kid.
Well, but it's the best one.
It's the best. It
Okay,
is.
for us.
No,
but not for the
everyone.
kid.
For the everyone.
Nah,
It's-
man.
Yes, it's the best.
And he loves the last 45 minutes of Rogue One. Like
Well, who doesn't?
He's all
Everybody
about it.
dies. What?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's
sweet.
exciting and it's adventurous.
I'll tell you, man. I started my kid with 4, 5, 6,
Is
and
that why she's a lesbian now?
yeah, that's probably it. She had Darth Vader over her bed on the wall.
That
you
explains
gotta,
a lot.
You got to teach your kids right. You
I'm
got to
so-
teach them right.
It's just your daughter, so I'm going to lay back on the inappropriate
Yeah.
comments right now.
Sure. No, I mean, for me, it was definitely the first thing to me was the coolest thing in the world was Anakin and his blue lightsaber. I was like, oh, Anakin's the guy. You know, actually, what's really funny is that Jackson and I, my little brother, we're 3 years apart, and that was where we started. And we both got goldfish. That was our first pet. And I named mine something, but he named his Anakin because he was so into Anakin. Like, he was the same way as Ronald Andrew. You know, like, little Anakin was cool. So he names his Anakin. Now, I don't know what happened, but Anakin died after, like, 3 days. And my dad, being the brilliant comedian that he is, doesn't say a word. He's like, son, you know, sometimes that happens. You know, has that whole spiel. The next morning, we wake up, and he has put a blackfish where Anakin used to be. And he's like, I guess he turned into Darth Vader. And my little brother's like, no way.
That is a parenting
Dude.
That is a parenting win. That
Okay,
is rad.
I will give him points for that, but you still should have been started on the real Star Wars
right.
movies.
No, I'm with. You know what? First off, they're all Star Wars.
Yeah.
Second off, what is your favorite out of every episode?
Revenge of the Sith.
What's your second favorite?
Jesus.
The only answer is Empire.
Yeah,
There's no other
Empire.
answer.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back, I guess.
Okay. And then you,
Actually, I take it back. My second favorite is actually The Last Jedi.
oh,
I love The Last Jedi.
oh,
I enjoyed it.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm one of those that have no problem with the new set.
No, I love them. I'm just happy to be getting more Star Wars.
Love's a strong word.
No,
I'd say that we are definitely acquaintances that enjoy spending time together every couple years. You know,
But you love the prequels.
the prequels.
Jesus
Watch
Christ.
it again.
Wait, to connect this back to Star Wars Land,
Oh
is there?
my
I want to
God.
know: is there a respectable amount of prequel representation?
I don't even know you anymore.
okay, so
I'm standing up for prequel rights. In,
okay, so Galaxy's Edge takes place between episode 8 and 9.
Oh wait, so the whole thing is like.
It's the only characters you see in Galaxy's Edge. You see Kylo Ren. He has his mask, so apparently he rebuilt it.
It's like her talking like this all the time.
Well,
Well, you see it in the movie, in the new one.
Yeah.
Where he like mumbles a lot and you
Yeah.
can't quite understand him.
you see Rey and you see Chewbacca. And
With the advances
Stormtroopers-
in technology, you would think that they would be able to fix that fucking mic in his
Yeah,
helmet.
you would think you're like, why are you doing this in mono? Like,
Yeah.
why do you only have one speaker?
Is there a reason that
Vader's shit sounded better.
Yeah.
The stormtroopers sound better than you.
Yes.
What
is
is
there a reason
going
that
on
you
there?
guys use microphones that are like made out of microwaves?
Yes.
So dumb.
Sounds
Anyway,
terrible.
back to
Okay,
what we were
so-
saying.
So
Back
those
to-
are the only characters you'll see in Galaxy's Edge.
and
Now-
then Hondo as well.
Well, Hondo, but he's not a walking around character.
Yeah, but
an
he's still from.
animatronic, but-
He's a prequel character, so and he was in
Okay.
Rebels as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's a connection.
yeah. That's
Can-
that's about it.
Dude, if they don't have somebody there selling me death sticks, I'm not in. So
You want to
Well,
buy some
they-
death sticks?
as of May 1st, there's no smoking in Disneyland property anyway. So
Man,
worldwide.
that's why I need death sticks.
Take
not-
your ass outside
All right.
to the little picnic area right outside the front gate.
Did you guys see the fight at Disneyland last
course.
Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Of
hold on,
course.
there was a fight? You gotta
Oh,
go
yeah.
show me
Oh,
this.
Jesus.
In
Show me this.
Toontown.
in
In
Toontown.
Toontown?
We might have to pause this.
Did one of the
to-
guys like
Six
rip
people,
the bars open?
It
like,
was 6 people. They're all related. They're a family.
They were definitely
3
related.
men, 3 women.
oh,
and
just
it was everyone hitting everyone.
And mom apparently was crying, and the largest of the children
Yep.
punched somebody's girlfriend in the face, but the fight went on for almost 4 minutes without a Disneyland security showing
Before
up.
security showed up, which isn't that bad. Because okay, if I was on the street and there was a fight,
I'm not on
it
the
would
street,
take
though.
it
Yeah.
would take
I'm in
20
Disneyland.
minutes for the cops to show
Here's
up.
the reason why. It was in Toontown.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would anybody fight in Toontown?
Why would anybody be in Toontown?
Well, that's a better
There's that.
question.
Toontown was fun, dude. When it first came out,
When it
it
first
was-
came, yeah,
There were all the
was
little things that
25
you could
years
pull
ago.
on and make
25 years
noise.
what the
ago.
fuck do you mean Donald Duck is a better character than Goofy?
Yeah. So but talking to security yesterday, there were 2 more altercations with that family.
That one family.
Yeah, one family. It's security got them out of Toontown, called Anaheim PD. Anaheim PD showed up, brought them all backstage, cited them for disorderly conduct and all this other stuff.
Of course, as you do.
and then released them.
Good
they
thinking.
Did
gotta
you go back to Disneyland?
No, they aren't allowed. And then security started to escort them out of the park, which they got into they fought with themselves backstage. And then security escorted them all the way to the parking structure where they started fighting again because they're all the same family and we're parked right next to each other.
I love that Anaheim police characterized them to the news as uncooperative. It's like,
Now,
that's your description, huh?
the latest thing to come out today is the family is denying that it ever happened.
They're like fake news.
Wasn't me.
What never happened?
It was Shaggy's family. Like what happened?
Wasn't
there?
me.
We had the most exciting day at Disneyland, the best day ever.
Wasn't me.
That's so great, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Only in 2019 could there
Yes.
be video of you fighting with your family, punches thrown
Your mom getting knocked out.
of her jazzy scooter.
Her jazzy scooter.
Now the latest trend, and you can check Instagram,
Oh no!
is people posing like they're fighting in that spot.
Oh no!
Security cannot be happy about that.
Of course
No.
not. Of course not.
That is the greatest thing ever, though.
It's super.
At least it's better than licking ice cream.
So,
Anyways,
yeah.
Dude,
all right.
what is wrong with you guys, dude?
So now I can just jump someone in Toontown and be like, oh, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, we were just recreating it.
Yeah.
We're cosplaying.
Cows playing? Is that what you said?
Cosplaying.
Oh, Cos, got
Cos,
it.
yes.
Playing like Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
in the downtown.
All right, let's transition off of that. So this is
I can talk about Galaxy's Edge forever.
Well,
so.
apparently so.
Yeah.
This is essentially we just did 45 minutes on Galaxy's Edge, so this could be the Galaxy's Edge special over
You're
here.
welcome.
No, this will definitely be edited down. So. All right. So we're gonna put a pin in this one right here. We got a lot more to talk about on our next episode, where we're gonna do Stranger Things and Spider-Man. So let's stop our Galaxy's Edge prequels conversation right there. By the way, the prequels still awesome. Thank you, Dean, for supporting me on
You're
that.
welcome. You're very welcome.
Yeah. Okay.
What? How are you?
You're listening to this guy.
And you're
Yeah.
not. Wait. Are you?
His folks didn't even show him the real Star Wars movies.
It's not the real Star Wars.
all
They're
real.
all real.
They're not all real. They're not. Some of them are some fake ass Star Wars. I want your fake ass Star Wars with your stupid. No, it's fake ass.
But I don't like sand.
I don't. I hate sand.
Sand.
So stupid. We could spend an entire hour doing bad Hayden Christensen.
No, we could spend an entire hour doing bad like originals trilogy stuff as well.
No way.
It's a pile of junk.
That's good stuff, dude.
No,
Totally believable.
it's the fastest ship in the galaxy. Traveled 12 parsecs and
Did the
Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. Like Top Gun acting.
Somebody move this walking carpet.
That's good stuff, dude. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Also, I don't know why is Leia both British and American at different times in the movie.
I will give you that. But when she, well, you know, it's like with the bullshit prequels that don't exist, where she changes. Oh, what is that accent supposed to be? When she's the queen, yeah. When
Because she's
the queen,
putting on, she's like Batman, dude. She's just like, she's gonna put on, she's like Lord Chancellor.
blah, blah, blah,
like-
blah.
yeah.
So stupid, dude.
It's
Are
the
you an
accent.
angel?
so dumb.
Straight up. Oh wait, I
It's
wanna,
such a poor snippet.
I'm gonna throw a quick brag in here. I got dared while I was at school to try and pick up a girl by saying, "Are you an angel?" and it worked.
All right.
She didn't know what I was referencing.
Luckily
Was she
for
wearing a
Dean, she
helmet?
didn't speak English.
She was.
He does go to UCLA, so they're all.
Oh, this was at college.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
all-
I don't even know what
dude,
to
her
say about
midichlorian
that.
count was off the charts.
Nice.
Wow.
Who knew?
Midichlorians.
Oh,
dude.
come on.
So Anakin's Jesus is what you're trying to tell me. That was
Yeah.
such
Nobody knows
bullshit.
who his
Space
father
Jesus.
is.
It's so
He's Space
dumb.
Jesus.
Nobody knows.
You know what? You're gonna be all bitter when it comes back around, and J.J. Abrams is somehow gonna tie out. I love how all the shit I've talked about Episode 7, and I somehow believe J.J. Abrams is gonna tie up the entire.
I think he will. I think he will.
gotta.
I'm
course he
hoping.
is.
I'm hoping Hayden Christensen is gonna show up as a Force Ghost.
Don't do it.
I
dude.
want
Yes.
all the Force Ghosts to come back and fight the Knights of Ren.
Yeah,
That would be rad.
You know what? They could show up in a big ship and they could defeat all of the orcs
I'm okay with
because they're
that.
the Force ghosts.
I'm okay with that.
That works.
And it'll
yeah.
be just as lame as it was
Hey,
in Lord of the Rings.
As long as there's a lens flare and a bunch of fucking like Yoda doing little flips.
is
And
that J.J. Abrams that does the lens flare
yes,
movie?
yes, like Star Trek.
Right, right.
Yes. Yeah.
Lots
That's
of
awesome.
lots of
Dude,
lens flare.
I went back and watched that after we talked about that. Holy shit.
There's a lot of lens
flares
flare.
everywhere.
Unwatchable. There's so
He's
many.
like Captain Lens Flare. It's like I was wanting lens flare. If we could lens flare,
It's every 5 seconds, dude.
it quite literally is.
So I wonder if he's going to do that with this one.
I hope that no, it's not Firefly, dude. By the way, Mike,
Yes.
you watched all of Firefly,
Yes. I had seen all of the series.
and then did you finally watch Serenity?
I had never seen Serenity.
So what was
and now
your-
my wife hadn't seen any of it.
So what did she think? As a new viewer, what did she think?
She kind of thinks it's a little overrated. And what I think it is,
That there's grounds for divorce.
what I think it is, there was all the hype building it up, and then we watched it all the way through.
It's 20 years ago, too,
yeah,
dude. I mean, the
but-
effects are very 20 years ago.
Absolutely. And also, watching the series when it originally came out, like I did, it's, you had a week between episodes. For
me, it doesn't matter.
Differently.
Because I didn't watch it originally.
It's not designed to be binged.
No.
It is not a binge show.
Because the continuity in some of the episodes is a little bit off.
It's not even
Yeah.
that. Like, each episode is its own thing.
Right.
And then Serenity, completely changes the origin story of Summer and stuff like that. You're like, well, wait, hey, no, that's not
Kind
how
of.
her
A little
brother-
bit.
That's
Not
not how her
really.
brother broke her out. They changed some stuff there, which I was like, whoa, wait a minute, but I get it. For a
Because
movie,
you've got to introduce a movie audience to the backstory.
Absolutely,
And so
yeah.
you do it as sort of like, here's the prologue to the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
you can't set up like an entire heist movie before the prologue, you know?
I loved all of it. I was super into it. My wife was kind of like, I liked it, but I just don't quite get the hype. And I was like, when this show first came out, it was innovative as hell.
It still is.
yeah.
Yeah.
The storytelling
for
is
me,
still great.
I did not watch it originally.
Okay.
I binged it.
You're part of the fucking problem, just so
I know.
you know.
I know. I didn't know
And
about it.
you weren't even like born yet, so
You are the
I,
fucking problem.
I actually, I'm protesting Firefly.
Oh my god, you are
Because-
so fired.
Because so the thing is, I don't like that people just get really upset when a show gets canceled and then try to bring it back like they did with Mindhunters and Sense8. Because I think it's a corporation's ploy to like relaunch something. They're like, oh no, guys, let's everybody hashtag bring Mindhunters back.
this is like
And
way
then-
before that. Dude.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta
Dude,
you gotta
you-
realize.
No, but that's
this
what
is
I'm
like-
saying. Now they're like, bring Firefly back, and I'm like, no, I'm
Fans
never
have been
watching
talking
it because I
about
don't
that
care about Firefly.
Since day one, fans have been talking
How
about
you never
that.
watch Firefly, dude?
because I just
Yeah, that's
didn't.
a cop out.
I didn't.
You're just
Just
being
watch
a
it.
bitch. You're just being a bitch.
Just so you know,
It is
you're gonna
so
go.
good.
Here's your goal. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna go home tonight. You were gonna watch Firefly. I'm
I'll
telling
watch-
you right now.
I'll give it
No,
3
no
episodes.
No, watch
No,
the
no,
pilot.
no, you gotta watch the whole
The pilot's 2 hours, dude. Just sit down and watch the,
Pilot's 2 hours.
It's a full
Fucking Christ.
2. It's an old school pilot. It's a 2 hour pilot.
That's a thing that they used to do.
yeah, absolutely. Used to
Dude,
be.
that
yeah.
sucks.
Pilots used to. No, dude.
Oh, we get an extra hour of something we
No.
like. That's shitty.
No.
Fucking zygotes, dude. What are you gonna do, right? Look, go home, watch the pilot. The pilot's so fucking good. You'll get
It's
done and you'll
really
be
good.
like, then watch the second episode, which is the train heist one.
Yes.
Which is easily the second best episode in the run. So it's like, go and watch that 3 hours and tell me you're not hooked. When you get to the end of that 3 hours, you'll be hooked.
I
got such a
cannot think of a
compelling
I'll
series.
commit 3 hours.
And then the third episode is the third and fourth episode are just all right. They're not my favorites. But then you get back to
What are those?
the third episode is the
How many episodes are in total?
the third episode
Oh,
is
it's like one season, 12.
It's like 12 or 14. It's not even that many. The third episode is the first Reavers episode where they find the guy on the ship after it's been
Oh, yeah.
savaged, which is not my favorite.
Yeah.
But then the fourth episode is the Duel episode, which is also
Oh, that's,
not
a,
my.
that's a lot of fun, though.
It is, but all the Kaylee stuff is fun in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
The rest of it's just okay.
Yeah.
But then you get back to the fifth episode, and it's
Okay,
It's on.
Listen, I know that it's really easy to shit on me because I'm the youngest one, but I want to take this opportunity
Challenge
to
me.
call out. No, not call out you. To call out Chris because although I'm the youngest, I've never seen a phone go off so many times and
Yeah,
someone
it's-
check it so many times.
It's my my camera going off.
It's your camera going off.
Yeah, I got cameras up.
Oh,
It's a long story.
I see. Like,
I'll tell you
like
off-
those ring,
off the air.
those ring
Yeah.
things, right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
security. It's
Yeah.
home security.
Okay.
It's a necessity.
All right.
It's not just I'm checking my phone.
He's
all the
projecting hundreds of $1,000s worth of equipment.
time. No, I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I've in fact I've got
right.
cameras
some
in
personal
different
stuff.
I'll give you a
locations.
pass. I'll give you a pass.
Just-
Fucking Mission Impossible over
Oh,
here.
yeah. Believe me, I do not want to have this.
Yeah, he's
because
got
it
lots
goes
of
off
cameras
all
at his house.
fucking night
Just
long.
don't get naked anywhere in his house.
Because Chris will know.
If you use the toilet, just look down, and you'll see the little light.
It's there. Hey man, we got to make a living somehow.
Also,
Shit.
dumbfounded that you'd never seen Firefly. So
Yeah,
now
dude.
that you got to
Blows my
the without
mind.
spoiling anything, because
Yeah.
Dean's never seen it.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about? Do you feel like you want more, or do you feel like
I
it's
do.
complete?
I absolutely do. I don't think that Serenity buttoned it up enough. It's if anything, do a Serenity 2. Do another movie.
They're not gonna. We're never gonna get anything at this point.
I know.
They
and I'm not happy
ABC
with
and
that.
Disney fucking owns poor Mal.
Yeah.
And they don't
Nathan
let him.
Fillion,
Yeah,
yeah.
they don't let him do anything but fucking cop procedurals now.
That shit's gonna be done.
The
soon.
Rookie.
If it's not done
That
already.
that is not a good show.
Can we just please just like they own Fox now too? Disney, come on, just give me
Yeah.
Firefly. Put it on Disney Plus.
Seriously.
Like if you want my
I-
Disney Plus money,
I will give you money
for more
Disney
Firefly.
Plus.
Done.
Well,
for that.
I'm doing Disney Plus anyway, no matter
Well,
what.
that's because you can't live without going to Galaxy's Edge at
Everything
times.
Disney. I
right.
I drink the Disney Kool-Aid every day.
Let's wrap this episode up right there. Obviously, this is like I said, this is going to become a two-parter because we still have to talk Stranger Things and Spider-Man here.
Yes.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our 1 hour Galaxy's Edge special here.
You're welcome.
I know. So once again, you guys, I am a scoundrel stealing stuff.
Till the spires, fellow travelers.
I'm gonna watch Firefly, I guess.
You are gonna watch Firefly, and I'm Jason Momoa's dad bod.
And we hope you guys are having a nerd life crisis. Music for the Nerd Life Crisis podcast is provided by Big Papa and the TCB. All music available at bptcb.com or at iTunes. The Nerd Life Crisis is recorded at the Inland Blue Studios. Make sure to subscribe to the Nerd Life Crisis at iTunes and like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Nerd Life Crisis.